My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. Time to go in with Pygmalion. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for a good Pygmalion run. Are you? Look, I want to use the model ship. I've just seen it on the splash screen. I've got it in my head. Give me the model ship. But the thing is, the model ship works really well against other items that are going off constantly. And already we're thinking about trying to go in for it. I mean, if you're going to give me the bushel immediately, I'm going to take it. Because it's so wild with the early events. Bushel, every 4 seconds, heal 20. When you shield, charge this 2 seconds. There's also Toss Helm, bandages, the hatchet. I'm not going to go through these other ones that much. Like, hatchet, heal 10, shield 10. Deal 10, shield 10, multicast 2 of... The bushel is the only thing that matters here. And it only is the only thing that matters here because there's the strange mushroom event, which you can just encounter in hour 1. You find a strange mushroom in Greenheart. There's a unique interaction with the bushel. If you have the bushel, you upgrade your bushel. Now it's a gold tier bushel. We're on hour 2. And now whenever I shield, I charge it for 3 seconds. Haunted Kimono, you have Silk, which is shield. Bananable, you have Duct Tape, which is shield, as well as Medkit, which is good for the bushel and max HP. Kyber Drone, cooldown reduction, crit. I think it's Haunted Kimono, actually. Picking up scrap from this fight would be nice. Scrap, when you sell this, give your leftmost item plus 3 shield. Eventually, I'm going to want to field a shield item because the bushel's here. Look, I gotta do one of them, right? I gotta do one shielded bushel run before they change it. Especially literally getting it in the opening and then going through the mushroom events. Mushroom events can appear on day 2. I don't think they can appear on day 3, but they can still appear on day 2. So it's pretty likely before the end of day 2 that I turn this into a diamond bushel. Silk, dang. Lost Crate, Golden Experience. Sylvia sells silver tier items, and admittedly, like, if I got the right silver tier item, I'd be over the moon about it. Apropos Chapeau, every 5 seconds, shield 25, and then adjacent weapons deal 10 additional damage to the fight. Unfortunately, this is bugged at the moment, and it's double cost for what it usually should be, so I actually can't even afford it. I was about to try and make an argument to pick it up. I'm gonna roll here because I still have the ability to sell the silk and buy something for 8 cost. Alright, that's a pretty big whiff, but at least with cargo shorts I can make it back. So I'm gonna sell silk, buy cargo shorts. That gives me spare change and some crit chance. I sell the cargo shorts, and I get spare change and crit chance. Bushel's pretty happy to have seen those. I could have kept 2 things to break after the dog instead. No, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna be very greedy here. Middle, you sell medium tier items. Mid's worth, small and large items. Realistically, I just need, like, a shield item.
What can I get you?
Those don't count and you know it. Spiky shield or textiles? I'll take textiles. Activates more commonly. I've been extremely mismanaging my money in this opener. I want you to know that I'm fully well aware of that. I took risks. I took a lot of risks. Maybe more risks than I should try and take when I'm already taking a risk. They can't scale the poison that does, so my shielding is going to be enough to get me past them. The only thing is the life preserver is going to give them 200 extra HP in an additional pool, and I'm not going to be able to shield enough to survive 2 of their health bars, so they will win. Life preserver is an incredibly powerful option for getting early wins as Vanessa.
and legs
Yeah.
make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Give me the mushroom event. Give me the mushroom event and just give me a shield item, and then we're off to the absolute races. Midsworth is here, but there's a mountain pass. And mountain pass gives us the opportunity to fight, but I don't think I can take the fight opportunity right now. I'm gonna take Guide the Convoy, give me some money and experience, expand my board state, give me Pip. When you use a tool, heal 5. I'll take that. That now begs me to... Strange Mushrooms here. Bushel is now Diamond tier on day 2. So what I am begged to do by the pickup I just made of Staying Power when use a tool heal 5 is to pick up the weights. Unfortunately, I don't think I can survive any other fights at the moment, so I'm just going to go for the Giant Mosquito. Because I can definitely heal back the damage that you do to me. And then I just have a larger health pool than you when we get to the Sandstorm. If I can field 2 more shielding items, I'd be pretty happy about that. Anytime I shield, the bushel immediately gets 4 seconds worth of charge. It costs 4 seconds worth of charge to cast usually, so it just immediately casts on every shield trigger. Now I just need to find a way to turn this into an impact on board. One of the best ways to do that is to cause heal triggers to help us scale. So with the weights, when you heal while you're at max HP, you charge the weights. And when you use the weights, they give you additional healing. It's really good. Lick it, boost your states with tasty treats. Oh, Kev's Armory, that's shield items. I'll take the textiles upgrade. I'm not thrilled about it though. A spiky shield? I just want more common shield triggers. Why are you making this so hard on me? I'm gonna take spiky shields. I don't like it right now, but there are ways for me to utilize it in the future. And also it is a shield trigger, so it will trigger the bushel. Pretty hard to argue that I don't need the additional income as Pygmalion right now. Bronze tier item. Give me a shield-related item of any kind? No, laser security system. Does 5 damage every 8 seconds. When you use a property, this increases its damage by 10 for the fight. I'm not going to sell the insect wing to speed up the spiky shield. I don't think that's going to make a difference to whether or not I lose or win this fight right here.
You do see these tusks, right?
Ooh. Barrel's pretty powerful. Even if it's bronze tier, and even if they have only one other item on board that can trigger it, Barrel is still really powerful shield scaling. Also, they have Life Preserver, so doubly the case that I'm not going to be beating this enemy. Oh boy! I played the opening way too greedy for what I have. I looked at the bushel and I was like, I'm gonna get a diamond tier bushel super early, and I was so excited about that, I ignored supporting it, or also getting it to support anything else. I even saw weights earlier. Keener sells non-weapon items. There is an economic seminar. Economic seminar has a lot of shield-based items. Neither of these, Hatchet and ATM, come into the build in order to give us some more money for the future. Mountain Pass, Sylvia. If I'm honest, I really feel like I need to go to Sylvia and hit like a pretty good item first. That was really bad. I don't think I have the damage to beat the Eccentric Gatherite, but Frost Street Challenger, if I can beat you, You do have bushel. Not bushel, you have weights. And that would fix everything right now. Also seems pretty likely I don't win this fight. Thankfully some heals went off at pretty good times for us. Frozen Bludgeon. When you freeze, your weapons gain 6 damage for the fight. I'm gonna take Regenerative Tincture just for 3 regen to help me push along for the moment. Upgrade Bronze. It's probably more important to fish
but I must be the cheapest.
here.
There are greater trainers than me. I'm just getting you ready for them.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
We found weights. I'm not gonna say things have been going well. I'm not even gonna say I'm not very slightly tilted about it, but
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
we now have weights, and that'll help. Reduce its cooldown by 6%. So now weights every 4 seconds. Our weapons deal 10 additional damage, and our heal items deal 10 additional heal for the fight. And when we get the additional heal triggers out of the bushel, if they occur while we're at max health, they'll cause the weights to charge faster. And then, if the weights triggers while I'm at max health, it causes me to heal, which makes it charge faster again. It's a very fast way to get scaling on board. Ideally, I would have another shield-related item on field rather than the hatchet and the security system.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
I'll run out of ammunition here. They'll do pretty good damage, but they will run out of ammunition. Made a lot of healing and shield triggers occur one after the other there. Really helping us keep this burn at bay. Alright, let's just ignore what happened yesterday.
You've got talent. You should put it
Let's just do it. Let's just fully ignore what happened yesterday. And let's just imagine we started the run from here. Oh, look at this board. Everything's really cool. I don't know that the money was extremely mismanaged for the last day, and I don't know that I was robbed by Sylvia twice. I don't know any of that. We're just starting our run from this position. So it looks really good, right? Oh yeah, you sell weapons, but I want to get a fight at the mountain pass. Unfortunately, I only get experience. Quixel. Small and medium items buys our large items at +3.
It's huge. It's terrifying. Okay, now sell me something. Something huge.
Flail will carry additional damage from laser security. From the weight scaling a lot better than my current board.
Not very big though, is it?
Replacing spiky shield with faster shield triggers is a high priority right now. None of those count. Deed, double combat. Your items have double combat in value. When you sell a large item, you increase its value. Golf clubs, this does gain damage when we heal, but that's what the weights is for. Regal Blade. At bronze tier, no. Retiree? You shouldn't have. Literally. Retiree does have some benefits, admittedly. Extreme Comfort, the skill would be pretty good. When you heal, increase your shield, item's shield. Alright, You have a silver bushel, which I can't get, but I would happily take bandages or succulents. Well, not succulents, actually. Bandages is really good so that it triggers the bushel. Extreme comfort. When you heal, your shield items gain 1 shield for the fight. We can also see the weights is charging itself when I'm on full health here. Like, that's giving us insane scaling on the flail. Spiky shield is not really doing anything. Oh, nice. Yeah, the bandages replace the spiky shield easily. Magenta teaches silver tier skills. First time you use a large item, each fight freeze. When you buy a property. When your enemy uses a weapon, your shield items gain 5 shield. No, there's a lot of really good scaling. Yeah, there we go. Sharp corners. When you shield, your weapons gain 3 damage for the fight. There's also when you use a property, adjacent items gain 5% crit chance and reserve shield. First time you use a large item each fight, shield up at 10% of your max health. Sharp corners is going to give us additional scaling.
I think you had a breakthrough.
Oh, Kev's armory for shielding related items. I like those.
Master craftsman. Me? Try my best.
Shielded lumbors. That doesn't cause shield. It scales shield. Jewelry. Every 3 seconds, shield equal to double this item's value. That's literally just to trigger a bushel for the sake of us. And I'll take it. It's a 3-second trigger for bushel. And all of those are just scaling triggers for weights to cause damage with flail. We now actually have a cohesive build on board. Woohoo! It took a while to get here, but we're here. You know what I need more than anything else right now? An economic seminar to teach me how to spend my money. I would have loved to keep Spiky Shield, but I do want to spend the 4 on the economic seminar here. Hatchet, when you buy this, you get a spare change, so that's going to give me some additional money. Fixer Upper, every 3 seconds, shield equal to this item's value. That's not better than having both textiles and bandages on board. Especially because both of those are also providing healing triggers, which is good for the weights. But Fixer Upper certainly could have made its way onto the board earlier.
I should warn you. I am like other Jabarians.
Like stale ale and pecan pie, I imagine. That's a lot of weapons on field. I'm very glad I have a lot of healing and shielding. They don't have a way to replenish their ammunition outside of the revolver, which can reload itself. So after a certain point, I should be okay. Weights is getting a ridiculous amount of charges for itself. Any of the shielding items going off, causing the bushel to overheal us, because how could it not at this point? Nice. I'm probably really potent against PvE enemies at the moment as well.
Moving up in the world.
And then I need to find a way to transition this into more immediate strength on the board. Armor, sells heal and regeneration items. Those aren't actually important to me. It's shield items that are important to me. I'm going to go to the mountain pass and try and pick a fight again. Deadly chest. Sorry, not a deadly chest. A safe chest. A treasure chest. Just let me pick a fight, won't you? Midsworth. Sell small and large items, buys your medium items at +2 value. I don't really want to sell you any of my medium items, but...
Oh, come on then. Let's get this over.
Sell a spare change. Buy a hatchet. It upgrades itself. Gets a higher quality spare change. I don't really want to start pivoting this towards Yo-Yo, but I'll start collecting it just in case. Yo-Yo, when you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. Sabertooth, Flame Juggler, and Mod Squad. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same to me. I'll just go for the most powerful one. The one that gives the most rewards. And also, I would love to get crypto here. Please let me get money. It doesn't matter how much I mismanaged my funds on days, realistically, 1, 2, and 3. It's all fine if I just win big on the crypto market, baby. And win we will. I'm only going to sell it when it's selling for 18 or above. It's currently bugged to sell for anywhere up to 25, which I will try and take advantage of here. I'm going to get a silver tier item to Ganjo. Admittedly, my scaling is already better than what Ganjo can provide, but there was a point where Ganjo between bandages and textiles would have been really good. Get rid of the hatchet and the additional coins there. Gold tier items. Are you gonna do the same thing to me that happened earlier? Are you gonna? Sell me Fort right now. You don't, but you give me bottle ship and gold. Every 4 seconds, shield 20. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 2 seconds. I don't know why I'm zooming in on the bushel right now. That's probably irrelevant. 17. Do I stand by my word? I said I would sell it for 18 or more. But I could sell it right now and roll. There are things I would love to see. Like, if I saw Fort, for instance, I field it. Giant Ice Club. When any item gains freeze, charges 3 seconds. First time you fall below half health each fight. Freeze an item 99 seconds. And there is a dog there. It's probably too late to start building it, though. You know what? You treated me well. Land Scraper. When you use another item, charge this 2 seconds. At the start of each hour, this gains 2 in value. That's another way to gain a lot of shield triggers very quickly. I think we're putting Yo-Yo on field. I think I'm fielding Land Scraper. Especially because it arrives upgraded. So Land Scraper, when you use another item, charge this 2 seconds. It has an 8-second charge, so 4 other items need to be activated for the Land Scraper to go off. At the start of each hour, this gains +2 in value, so it'll heal, shield for more. Model Ship, when you use an adjacent item, including Bushel, charge this 2 seconds. Whenever I use Model Ship, it shields me, which causes the Bushel to immediately go off. So Model Ship's base charge time or base cooldown is 2 seconds. Because if it activates, it immediately takes 2 seconds away from its cooldown. And that's ignoring the possibility of Land Scraper activating. On the other side, the Bushel is giving a charge to Yo-Yo. When you use an adjacent item, charges 1 second. And Weights, especially if I'm at full health, is using itself multiple times, causing the weights to go. This will deal damage slower than Flail, but this will scale much better. I believe. The Land Scraper eventually wants to get replaced with... I don't have money here for anything, so I'm going to take a small non-weapon item. Land Scraper eventually wants to get replaced with the Fort, so that I can slow down my enemies' cooldowns as well as have a shield item to charge. Alright. Neurinos.
My people. Boring.
Are you prepared? A lot of fast damage does this pretty badly. Yeah, they've got Marbles, Matchbox, and Yo-Yo, and all of them are silver tier. So they're going to have a lot of things going off very quickly. Thankfully, I've got Model Ship and Land Scraper gold tier, as well as the Bushel. We can see the Yo-Yo is slowed permanently by their marbles, but is also dealing 200, 300 damage now. Yep. This scales a lot faster and a lot better. Let's look at our item activations. So, In terms of commonness, yes, bushel is the most common, obviously. It wants to be between the other two triggers, and yes, weights is the next most common, so it wants to be next to yo-yo. Yeah, because the yo-yo will want to trigger as quickly as it can. Great. Our next goal is make it safely to day 10. To level 10. Along the way, I should gain as much money as possible. And Prospero sells economic items.
I am but a humble farmer. Coins are my seeds, wealth is my crop.
I'm going to take the business card. When you visit a merchant, this gains 1 value. And when you visit 5 merchants, it gains even more value. Because I think that's a good item. Upgrade your leftmost bronze or silver tier item is a good opportunity for me to either upgrade the yo-yo or the weights. The weights will scale my stuff faster, but admittedly the yo-yo triggering is infinitely more important. I mean, if you're going to give me a deadly monster to fight, especially right now, where I feel very powerful, I'm going to take him. It's so much experience and gold.
I've come too far to let you stop me.
You know what? I think we fight fast enough that we can kill Infernal. Infernal's really tough this patch. But I think we can do it. I'm also going to remove a lot of his burn before he even hits with a greatsword for the first time. That's very helpful. I don't scale my shielding, which is a problem. I will want Reinforced Steel, I believe is the skill name, which is whenever you use a property, scale your shield items by 10 shield and your damage items by 10 damage. That will be really good because it turns the Landscraper into a second weights for us, but a weights that affects shield items rather than health. Magma Core. Admittedly, I don't really care about the Magma Core. What I'm here for, weapon skills, healing regeneration skills, it's definitely all in. What I'm here for is the experience.
I am just a man who has lived a long time.
Invigorating Cold. The first time you freeze each fight, haste your items 2 seconds. I don't have a freeze trigger yet, and I could get it. Coolant Leak. The first time you use your the first 5 times you use your rightmost item, freeze for 1 second. But realistically here, like, this is a really, really good opportunity for me to pick up additional haste from properties or additional scaling from properties. If you have no weapons, your item's cooldowns are reduced by 10%. That's a shame that that's not the case for us. And Ball Market, your leftmost and rightmost weapons have plus damage equal to their value. All right. I guess I'm going Trader. I fully washed there. Trader, at the start of the day, your items gain +1 value.
Such talent once before, and it bloomed into a Dira.
Kev's Armory is here, but admittedly, I don't think I want to go. Landscraper should be the item I give the additional value to, by the way, with the rewards card. Aerodrome, you can travel almost anywhere. I don't care about weapons from from Alia. HP is okay. Farkun's a lot better. Sells your sells medium and large items and buys your small items at +1 value.
Hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
So I'll sell you Magma Core, Grape Shot,
Birds that nested in my mother.
jewelry, bandages,
Give
flail.
any price.
I'll buy cargo shorts. You'll give me a candy and a spare change. I'll sell those for 4, sell the cargo shorts for 4, and then the new spare change and the new gumball for another 4, so I made profit out of that. Pawn shop and Regal Blade I don't want to touch. And the rest of those aren't especially interesting either, unfortunately. Admittedly, gold tier items really appeal, because model ship, land scraper, and fort all exist in there. Hatchet, hammock. This item's cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds for each adjacent large item, says hammock. In textiles, those aren't relevant at all. I'll take the roll. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the percentage tech. I'm gonna take belts. You have 75% rather, not 75 additional. 75% additional max health. Whenever I get health modifiers that increase my health by a percentage, I'll field the belt so that I have a higher amount, then increase my health by that percentage, and then take the belt back off field. I spent a lot of money on that day where I was trying to save money. I'm so greedy. Standard pig player. Absolute pig behavior. Nice. Yeah, it's going pretty well for us. Pretty well. Getting closer to level 10. I'll have a look at Kev's armory.
Scales. I can forge some for you.
ATM, every 3 seconds, shield equal to 3 times your income, and when you buy it, you gain 3 income. Admittedly, I do think I will be in this fight long enough for that to matter. In this run long enough for that to matter. And the chances of me rolling and finding Landscraper or Fort and then being able to buy it are basically none. Oh, the additional +1 value from Trader. That's nice. Unfortunately, I have to get rid of the rewards card here in order to pick up the ATM. Get my 3 additional income. JJ, you sell items. And honestly, that or the docks? I'll go look at your items in the first room and then I'm leaving. I don't care about the spiky shield. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Marbles. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. I was hoping to see yo-yo or weights, to be entirely honest with you. Marbles would do a lot right now in this build. The only thing is, where? Model ship's not coming off. Absolutely not. It's a lot of my shield triggers, which causes my bushel to go off. Landscraper doesn't want to go off board. Yo-yo? That's my only damage right now. Weights? That's my healing scaling. Without weights triggering staying power, I don't scale in fights. Like, yes, the yo-yo can still scale its damage from shield triggers, but most of its damage is from weights. There's no space in this build for marbles. I could collect it, but that's a very expensive speculative pick right now. Eventually, at some point, if I get your properties, like reinforced steel, so my properties cause my scaling rather than my weights, then I could easily sub it in. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to it just in case.
Enjoy your purchase.
Chilly Charles, Joyful Jack, an opportunity to pick up Rapid Thor. But it's really difficult to ignore that I need my money back. There's a lot of money pieces on that build. Freeze is definitely interfering with all of this. But thankfully, all I need to do is build enough of a shield myself and take away some of their HP. I see Hammock. Heal 100 and freeze an item for 1 second. This item's cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds for each adjacent large item. I'm not actually going to want to use this. Even if it has an only 2-second cooldown, it still requires 2 other large items on the field just to activate it. But because it's an enchanted item, it will sell for twice as much. So that was a lot of money. In fact, it's exactly enough to get us 25 gold. Which gives us 4 additional income from this level up rather than 2. Taking another fight at the mountain pass is incredible. Curio... Like, if Curio gave me Proboscis, I'd still have to level up the Proboscis in order to really take advantage of it, but then that's... Like, that would be another different way I could do damage on this field. No, I'm going to push my advantage. Let me take another fight. What I need to do, as I keep expressing, is get to level 10. Level 10 is when we're going to be offered our first enchant. And if it offers me Guardian's Gorge, which is the ability for an item to shield, and I put that on the bushel will infinitely activate itself. Zerf and Safari, you sell monster skills. That could be good. Hard Shell. First time you fall below half health, each fight. Shield equal to 20% of your max health. There's also Hunker Down. The first time you fall below half health, each fight. Shield equal to 30% of your max health. And Power Broker. Your weapons have plus damage equal to your income. I'm going to roll because these are pretty underwhelming for what these can do. Augmented defenses. Wow. Your shield items have +1 shield. When you sell a small item, increase this bonus by 3 shield. Neophiliac, the first time you freeze, burn, slow, poison, or haste each fight, charge an item 2 seconds, and then burst of flame. Yeah, it's augmented defenses, and I'm absolutely gonna exploit the hell out of that.
You can use that.
Sell. Immediately gave +7 shield to all my shield items on field. That's pretty impactful when I have no other way of scaling them right now.
Are you sure?
JDLNZ, if I had to guess, I'm saying you're putting together an infinite build and it wasn't working yet on the previous days. Ooh, Void Rage, when you burn, haste an item for 1 second. That'll help. Yep, there's the Matchbox and the Yo-Yo on that side. Model ship standing next to him. I know what you're doing here. You've got hardened shields, scaling your shield items every time I use my yo-yo. That's nice for you. Sadly, it scales them, but I'm also scaling my damage at the same time.
Guess motivation isn't everything.
They had 2 Kukri on the field, and we're trying to exploit them. Yeah, this is going well. All right, give me gumballs. Anything that allows me to sell a bunch of small... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Eating contest. Bring it on. Chomp, 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 chomp. Keep. So throw. I do care about the amount of HP as well, unfortunately. There it is. Celestial Conduit. Enchant 9 with cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. Badlands. Enchant 9 with crit effects. And Guardian's Gorge. Which goes on the bushel. So the bushel will now shield me for equal to its own heal. But it also has +35 because of augmented defenses and toughness. Augmented defenses are already giving 25 shield to all of my shield items. And then the shield bushel, when it triggers, will heal 20. And then shield equal to the item's heal, which causes it to charge itself and immediately go off again. So unless the enemy has a way to slow or, well, not slow, freeze or destroy this, or increase its cooldown, this is a self-starting infinite. Middle sells medium items. Freezer is there as well. I'll go to middle. No. I'm only taking relevant items. No, I should be taking things that allow me to sell small items as well. That was a mistake. I should have taken the safe, because then I could have gotten +9 shield to all of my shield-related items. Yeah. Yeah, that was absolutely a mistake on my part. As if I was about to say it. That was a mistake on someone else's part, actually. I wasn't even involved in that. Yeah, I wasn't even there at the time. I was dead. The perfect alibi. I was dead at the time. This is a really good way to get the weights to trigger a ridiculous amount of times, causing a ridiculous amount of scaling on yo. Light bulb, give adjacent item 6% crit chance. That's not relevant. Oh my god, gumball machine. Oh my godball machine. That's an additional 30 shields? Just from small items I'm selling right now? I'm gonna go to Airdrome. It's not Alia. I mean, I'd only be fishing for Yo-Yo, so... It's... Orion for tools, looking for weights is not awful. Weights is a pretty impactful tool for us. Kev's Armory, you've got much more hits. You've got the model ship, you've got the land scraper. You've got a shielded throttle. That would be a fun weapon to scale the damage of with weights, admittedly. But I wouldn't be able to have weights on board with it. I can maybe take Land Scraper off field to try and go for a throttle. Because I don't need to have only one weapon on field. But the thing is, when this is going off, like, shielded throttle will be overkill. It won't even be necessary. And also, it eventually ends up getting replaced with Fort anyway, so, like, what's the major benefit, you know? Spiky shields! Shield 5 and then deal damage equal to your shield. That's what Spiky Shield says. I'm gonna take it. Skyscraper's over here. Every 6 seconds, shield equal to 2 times the value of other items. Has triple value in combat. No. Spiky Shield. As soon as the bushel is going off, Spiky Shield's damage is insane. It scales as fast as the bushel triggers. I just need to find another way to help trigger it attacking. Reginald heal and regeneration skills. Rukon. I'm going to go to
Jabalia could learn much from this place.
Mr. Tascari because I'm specifically looking for abilities that will allow our properties to help scale things. Prime real estate giving 5 adjacent crit chance is not the impact I'm looking for, though. You have no weapons. Your item's cooldown's reduced by 10%. I don't want the version of this where I don't run weapons at all. Open for business. 1 more income. I'm going to take Trader Mark II.
After all those years in my class, you must already know everything.
That's going to make a very valuable marbles and business card when I sell them.
You do see these tusks, right?
You should know. I'm a bit of a legend on Pelagia.
Also, because Trader triggers after the ATM, having an ATM is really good. I'm very sad I had to sell my earlier one. Oh, that's a lot of poison. That's a double poison toxic pufferfish, and it's got initial dose improved toxins and creeping toxins. Thankfully, the shielded bushel is not just shielding me, it's also healing me because it's a bushel, not just shielded. The enemy is scaling a huge amount of shield themselves, as well as a good amount of heal out of the seaweed. Yo-Yo's keeping up damage under their skin a little bit here.
Defeat does not defeat me.
I could have sworn it did. Bakun, medium and large items. Admittedly, there are a lot of those that I care about.
Merchant, I can sell you things.
Igloo, Giant Ice Club, and the Diamond Tier ice cream truck are still not what I'm looking for here. It's fort or bust, friend. Luxury tents, that's actually funny. First time you would die each fight, heal to 25% of your max health. Your heal items have +1 multicast. Does that cause the shielded bushel to have multicast? Because it triggers every frame, but, or rather it triggers every available tick. But if it has multicast, does it trigger faster than that? Can it? I don't think it's time to find out at the expense of the rest of this build, but I don't know, maybe it is. It would counter the infinite counterattack as well, actually. That's actually pretty cool. I'm getting more and more on board with the luxury tents idea. I'm so sorry, Landscraper. Goodbye.
Don't you have anything smaller?
This is gonna be really interesting. Gumball machine, eh? Yeah, we go there. That's shielding. A couple of different ways, as it turns out. Getting lifesteal from the elite duelists. Or going for the additional value of the weapons platform. I've been greedy all game. Why would I stop now? Oh, because it's a good idea to stop now? Grow up. Grow up. Stop making good choices. That worked pretty well. The double cast is actually legitimate. It will actually help me. 5 gold tier chocolate gumball items. I'm gonna take the gold tier item. I'm just gonna fish. Booby trap. Every 6 seconds. Freeze an item for 2 seconds. When you use a property, charge this 1 second. That's not what I was fishing for. We could hit up the eating contest. Admittedly, I don't think marbles goes back on this board. I think that was a momentary fascination. And I do really care about my max HP and the amount of things I sell, so... Gotta go there. Jules Cafe, temporary boost, regenerative tincture for 12 regen. I'm just gonna look at Arya.
But
Oh.
finish a fight.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
The Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
Alia would scale, or rather, one of the weapons in Alia's would scale. The Kukri says when you heal, scale its damage. The only thing is, its cooldown is still 4 seconds, I think. Kukri might be 8. I need something faster than that, like the Yo-Yo, which its cooldown is based on the shielded bushel next to it, which does this kind of stuff. I don't know if multicasting, when it's already going infinite, is doing more in the individual fight. But yes, it actually... I'm constantly reminding myself, it actually helps counter the text that would counter it. So it is doing stuff. It is worth it. Sells healing regeneration items. I mean, realistically, I'd just be looking for luxury tents exclusively, so... Aerodrome, why don't you show me something better? Just general items from JJ? Admittedly, looking for general items, like the ability to pair any of these, would be kind of cool. But I have a lot of rerolls, so... It'd feel a real shame not to use almost any of them. Alright, Quixel.
Send me your huge items. Plus, don't
Yeah, that's Kukri. Every 8 seconds, deal 40 damage. When you heal, this gains 12 damage for the fight. It would scale in damage a lot faster than Yo-Yo. It would just also attack significantly slower. Like, Yo-Yo is attacking probably about every 1 point something seconds. Kukri would be every 8 seconds. Does it scale 8 times as well as the Yo-Yo? Especially considering the Yo-Yo has more upgrade path? No. The answer is no. Stained glass window indeed.
don't care.
Diamond tier doggy. I would like to be able to take you, but... we don't walk the same path today, friend.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Middle, you've got medium tier items. I'll hold a masterpiece for a while.
I want you to be happy.
Stained glass window would be useless for us, but the cash register is something I was already saying that I wanted.
And I'll trot it to your door.
Spiky shield realistically is much more damage than you. Like, just fielding spiky shield is even better right now.
Target acquired. Engaging.
My bushel! Now it's only gonna immediately infinite as soon as it unfreezes. It still had stacked up resolutions resolving while it was frozen. It still goes while it's frozen. You can't freeze the bushel.
Resisting.
Oh. Ice pick. Every 7 seconds, deal 80 damage and freeze an item for 3 seconds, and then scale its damage. Not relevant at all. Upgrade your leftmost item. The additional scaling from weights is admittedly very important for us. Model ship doesn't need additional scaling. It's already good where it is. It'll activate in 2 adjacent item activations. It'll do that as well after I upgrade it. Yo-Yo's pretty much there as well, but Yo-Yo, if I upgrade it 2 times, gets to a much better position. Considering how many heals I can really get out, how stupidly quickly, I think the weights upgrade for the additional scaling is the choice.
Moving up in the world.
Andy, you sell small items.
The price. You can't afford it.
I'll sell my spiky shield and pick up piggy bank because that'll be a really good way for me to get a lot of small items sold for the augmented defense.
said money can't buy class had neither.
Rewards card is really good with Piggy Bank. So rewards card, when you visit a merchant, give the item to the left of this 2 additional value. Piggy Bank, when you sell this, get spare change equal to its value. You also get its value because you sold it. At the start of each hour, spend 2 gold to give it 1 value. So you're investing a coin in it. I probably should have bought and sold the cheapest one there. Gumball machine, but it's up against Seraphina, who sells enchanted items. I gotta look. You have to look.
And sell you a few things.
A shiny cash cannon, fiery apropos chapeau, a briefcase that I can't use. Oh, what a great tour through these items. Anyway, goodbye.
You reject our gifts?
Yep.
Oh, you can't afford them.
Whoa. Whoa! Extreme slander. What do you mean I can't afford them? I have so much money. I got so much money. Keep. I really wanted to keep the belt, but like, I guess I'm selling Masterpiece so I can keep the belt. I'll eventually have to sell the belt. I wanted to keep it for this tech, but I'm not using it. Oh, they've got shield bash. They're going to be bashing me. Obsidian Marmosaur. If the enemy has at least 4 items, destroy a small enemy medium. Yep, they destroyed the bushel. You got me. You got me, Obedient Marmosaur. Nothing I can do about that. Because it's diamond tier, even if I only had 4 items on board, it could have still destroyed one of them. Yeah, that's a pretty tough fight right there. That's okay. We can take a couple of losses. We got the prestige. That's why we have this prestige.
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more. Enjoy the thrill of battle while you can.
I'm gonna buy and sell small stuff.
I prefer action.
Not those though. Rhino sells haste items. I'll go look.
Various speed ups, and I'm cuter.
Piggy bank is already too big. Turbo truffles do not need to increase its value. Turbo spiky shield though. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. I don't need it to be spiky. Sorry, I don't need it to be turbo. Like, it should finish the fight the first time it goes off.
I understand. Speed can be scary.
What would stop my infinite more than Frost Street Champion? I don't think I can go there for exactly that reason. Oh, boy. Do I just cash in for the money now? I want to keep the business card as the problem. I'm not going to need money after this. Yeah, like I have 107. I'm not going to run out of that. Not before I die.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Check out Lens. Every 10 seconds, deal 100 damage for each small item you have, including the stash. Not going to be using that, but I will be going to Adira, who teaches diamond tier skills. Oh, Well, now Spiky Shield wants to be on the field because I found Shield Bash. But there's also Knife Tricks if I want to get Yo-Yo down to a 1-second cooldown, which I can do. Emergency Shield, the first time you fall below half health each fight, use your highest shield item. I'm going to take Knife Tricks because between that and the Luxury Tents, except for item destruction, the enemy can't stop my Infinite. It all sells medium items, and I got a couple upgrades I need, including the model ship. Hello.
Water is free. I like the exercise.
I'll hold the Lion Cane, 200 additional HP every time I level up. Why not?
And I'll trot it to your door.
Quick sell small and medium items.
Do you have any huge items?
Wow, thank you for giving me back the cash register.
Instead. He actually cares about this.
I should warn you. I am like other Jabarians.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with
The most impactful difference I can make to this build right now is getting it to happen faster. My enemy is infiniting very effectively. Oh no.
fall like a boulder. I flow.
Wow. Okay. So they had Knife Tricks. When you use a weapon, reduces cooldown by 5% for the fight. So their Trebuchet was getting really, really fast. Trebuchet, when you use another weapon or haste, charge this 4 seconds. As I was infiniting, I was causing them to use the electric eels a lot of times. Fiery Solar Farm is the one that I don't really understand. How is that triggering so fast? Well, I guess incendiary rounds between a Fiery Solar Farm and Trebuchet. And then Trebuchet was just going really quick because I had the heavy electric eels. That actually really did work. Yeah, I'm kind of taken aback. I honestly didn't think anything was gonna knock me there. GG. We call this GG. This is one of the reasons I really like luxury tents. Tranquil Spring, enchanted item with heal effects. What do I want to give multicast to? The weights would just scale additional healing. It doesn't heal itself, so that's not going to work. Yo-Yo will be a lot of healing, and it'll have multicast, and it'll scale even faster with Knife Tricks. Model ship doesn't need it. What was tents? The upgrade for tents is first time you would die each fight, cleanse all burn and poison, and gain 20 regeneration for the fight. Admittedly, that's okay, but it's not more okay than the double striking yo-yo. Admittedly, Lion's Cane with like shield bash instead double striking would be even cooler. But I didn't pick up shield bash. Multicast yo-yo. Definitely time to hit up the bushels and get all of the additional shield scaling here. Thank you, Augmented Defenses, for your incredible work over the course of this run. You are giving 184 additional shield to my shield items. Without you, I would have actually had to have a source of shield scaling. Eating contest, I'll go look at JJ's.
Profit 10.
Double whammy. Space Scraper is back, and there's also Beehive. When your enemy uses a weapon, charge your Busy Bees 2 seconds. When you buy a property, get a Busy Bee and give your Busy Bees 5 damage. I don't want to hold marbles.
It was nice to see.
Income doesn't matter at all to me right now. Realistically, the thing that probably matters the most is the loot item. I probably should have gone for it, looking for cooldown reduction. Void Golem, you can destroy an unfortunate item on my board and immediately ruin my life by doing so. Do I take that risk for 1 more gold and 1 more experience? I don't think so. I don't even need to upgrade the restorative yo-yo because it's got knife tricks. Subscraper every 4 seconds, heal equal to 4 times the value of your other items. Your other items have value plus equal to this item's value in combat. Not for us, thanks. I'll go see what Paul's selling. There's the fort. Enemy item cooldowns are increased by 2 seconds. And when you use another item, charge this 2 seconds. This is a really good way for me to counter a lot of my enemies. I'm gonna buy it. I don't know if I'm gonna field it though. I can buy it because I have so much money. Got the business card even still. If 2 other items activate, immediately the fort goes off, right? So it's really easy. It's just I'd have to take the luxury tents off field. That's the item that I would remove. So I remove my own counter to the enemy's infinite tech. Or rather, I remove my own protection of my infinite tech in order to try and counter my enemy's infinite tech. I think we'll have to look at what enemy we're up against. New Fusel skills, so we're gonna go there. Retooled. Your leftmost tool has +1 multicast. You mean my weights?
My skills are not weapons. A blade can prove.
Dually. Are you more likely going infinite? I mean, yes, is the answer. Are you more likely to prevent my infinite? Chrono Bauble is a really good way for you to do that. I'm gonna field the fort.
Are you sure?
Let's see if that was a mistake. 2 seconds additional cooldown to all of their items on board. You got glass cannon? Oh god, yeah, the additional cooldown to their board is important. They have a ballista. Yeah. Oh boy. Kinda had to hold my breath there. They had coolant leak the first 5 times you use your rightmost item, freeze an item for 1 second, and that kept hitting the yo-yo in the bushel, which was terrifying. They had restorative ballista. When you haste, this gains 50 damage to the fight. When this gains haste, charge it 3 seconds. They've lowered its cooldown by 30% with Bulldozer on the field. They've got Mixed Message and Heavy Machinery, giving them the ability to give their haste to the entire field. The Shielded Companion Core definitely doing the same. That's a very powerful build. The Restorative Ballista, largely the real core focus of it. I do want to run a Ballista run soon. Oh, it looks so good. Curio. Bronze tier neutral items, you say? Cooldown reduction is always nice. 300 max HP, though. That matters. That really matters. Upgrade your leftmost item and give that to the weights, the one that is multicasting. Absolutely.
Now that's quality.
Grandmaster sells skill upgrades. Upgrade sharp corners, please. It's desperately needed an upgrade this whole time. All right, never mind. Toughness. 5 additional shield to my items, or heal 5 additional when I use a tool. I guess I'm going to go for that. Frustrated champion. I still can't beat you. You're going to permanently freeze my items, you butt. Yeah. Skyscraper, double value in combat. If you have 4 or fewer items in play, this has +1 multicast. I'm not replacing yo-yo and weights with the skyscraper. It wouldn't do that much damage. Alright, luxury tents. Just one last time, because it's gonna... That's... I don't know, maybe that's the thumbnail. It's still important that I had them, even if I don't get to use them forever. Or do I just sell the cash register? I'll sell the cash register. I don't need to keep that anymore. Take the epic monster battle. Boss Harrow, yikes. Well, Boss Harrow actually slows items, and because I'm just going straight past my items cooldowns, I actually don't really care about the slow. It doesn't change anything.
This ain't over, buddy.
What do you mean this ain't over? Are you gonna turn up at the end of the run? You're not the final boss, Boss Harrow. I'm sorry to inform you. Head to the Shrouded Figure to gain as much max HP, as much experience. Which then translates into HP for us. Teaches weapon skills, regeneration. Alright, Tuscari.
Not for your letters, I never would have come here. I thank you.
300 max HP for each non-weapon you have. When you buy a property, 150. Your weapons have additional damage equal to triple your income. Nope. Those aren't they. Your properties have 15% additional crit chance. You have 200 additional weapon for you. Your leftmost and rightmost weapons have additional damage equal to their value. That didn't go well. I'm going to take critical investments because this will trigger fast, and if I get something that helps me scale off of crits, that could be useful. Moose. Moose, you probably do have a fort. But you also probably have your own infinite, which makes fort even more important for me to field against yours. Who's the player that I use the luxury tents against? It's difficult to tell. That's if it's ever the correct choice. Shop. Oh boy. Oh boy. You're doing the same thing as me, but I just increased your cooldowns, so your infinites are going to be a lot slower. And a lot less infinite. Oh, I'm so glad I fielded the fort again. So yes, their bushel is going off. But they're not at max HP, so the weights definitely isn't. And I'm gaining shield over the top of them pretty drastically.
Well, I'll admit,
Get him, Yo-Yo.
impressive.
We did it. We subbed in fort at the right time. Woohoo! Ryan sells tools. Almost nothing I care about at this point. Chocolate bars. Yeah, I like max HP. Oh boy. I legitimately do have to get rid of something this time. Business card is still the ability to get 3 experience at the Bazaar Con event, which is the one reason I haven't gotten rid of it, because I care about that experience deeply. Goodbye, luxury tents. I know, you serve me well. But I just need more max HP. That's all I need. That's all I've ever needed. I know I just turned down the diamond tier, which is, what, 40 max HP? But this is 40 max HP a piece, so 120. But this is also very important to sell a bunch of small items. Because again, I don't actually have shield scaling. My shield scaling is out of combat. It's using augmented defenses. Which at this point is giving all of my shield items plus 253 shield. It is solely responsible for my shield. Awakened District, you are absolutely destroyed by this. Please, please give me prosperity. Your shield items have plus shield equal to the value of your items. Please. You simply must. You absolutely have to.
I've come too far to let you stop me.
Soul of the District, every 12 seconds. Shield equal to your current health, and then deal damage equal to your shield. I don't actually have a way to speed up its resolution. All of these things are resolving fast because of their second condition. When you heal at max health, charges 2 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, charges 2 seconds. When you shield, charges 4 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, charges... The Soul of the District, unless, travel with me here, unless I find Shield Bash, then Soul of the District probably doesn't go back on board. Diamond tier loot item. Vial of Blood for 2 experience, we take it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's Badlands. Bladeborn Badlands, enchantment item with crit effects, right? Really, really cool. Really important. Fort. If I put it on Fort, my enemy items have negative 100% crit chance. That's probably not relevant because your enemies can scale their crit much far past that. Like, if they're going to have crit, they'll probably have more than 100% chance because of some infinitely scaling effect. A lot of the time, especially here in the late game. However, I know that Weights says when you cast a Deadly Weights... Let's just show. We'll look at that in a second. Deadly Weights. When you heal while at max health, charge the... No, sorry, not that part. Your weapons, your items gain 20% crit chance this fight. It multicasts. Very quickly, I'm going to have 100% crit chance for all of my items. And actually, it's going to get much higher than 100%. Mirkwood Bayou, enchantment item with poison effects. No. Sirocco Steps, enchantment item with haste effects. Fort would haste a single item for 3 seconds. Admittedly, haste is not actually that important to me. I already have very... My resolutions make each other quicker. I bypass cooldown. I don't care about the speed of my cooldown's resolution. Languid Dunes, enchantment item with slow effects. Fort will slow a single item for 3 seconds with that. Model ship will slow one for 1 second. All right, Fort.
Ready when you are, guy.
This is one Fort you don't need to hold down, because it's heavy. Alia sells weapons. Jules Cafe, admittedly, give me max HP. And let's go, Jojo.
My people believe this. Boring!
Poison builds. Makes sense. They've got a lot of shield scaling. They've got 2 pearls on the same field. Radiant turtle shell, so it can't even be slowed. They've got a lot of poison coming out of that pufferfish. They have absolutely no tech on their board to counter me. So it's just who's going to have a much more impactful infinite. And having a look at their HP bar right now, I think it's me. I think it's me today. this went pretty well. Again, I still carry the weight of the sins that I committed on the first couple of days. I fully understand what I did there. I was very greedy. Thankfully, the weights turned up and really helped us pull out of that because, oh boy. What a nightmare otherwise. Augmented defenses, do you want to... Yeah, you'll show me that you were doing 256 shield. That was incredible. Multicast on the weights was really, really useful as well. Knife Trick eventually got the yo-yo's resolution down to a single second. Sharp Corners was giving a little bit of additional damage scaling, but admittedly most of it was coming out of the deadly weights. That was a good run! We'll take 3 chests. And in fact, that actually gets us straight to gold. Oh, hell yeah. And we have enough chests to open 2 sets of 10, because I was streaming this morning. I want to get one of the new skins. I've seen a single new skin. I saw like a dually skin that I'm certain I've never seen before. Oh! I haven't had this before, have I? Loose Cannon Vanessa. Yes! Shrewd Investor Pygmalion. Do I have that? I definitely hadn't had the Captain's Hat before. That worked out really well. Give me another 10. Oh my god. I'm getting all of the skins I care about. Hell yeah. We're playing Vanessa in the next episode, so we'll choose what skin we're playing at the very start of that one. But until then, let me tell you that my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Bazaar. Top left is a series playlist, or like content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting it public on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And a thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Victor. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.